What's going on, guys? Cyn for the win here, and we are back with our franchise mode as the Ottawa Senators. Finally back. Finally got that thing sorted out with my game. I can actually access it now. Big shout out to EA and the Xbox support for helping me out with that. And we can finally continue on with this series and be starting a new one too very soon. Okay, so we're here at the free agency. I had to refresh my memory a bit, kind of watch the end of the last video, just find out what I'm trying to do here. But before we get into that, we have 3 different winners to announce from the contest from last year. So let's get to that first. Now, there's no clean sweeps, but 3 different people had got 2 correct. So first is Brianna Francione. I believe that's how you say it. Team was Shabbat. League, she guessed Kane, who was not the leader, and goalie was Carter Hart. So there you go. Next up is Jeremy Post, who guessed team lead was a Shabbat and goaltender Carter Hart. All right, so good job to you as well. Carter Hart had a monster year. And last but not least is D-Master Gaming with team league Mitch Marner and the goaltender Carter Hart. So there you go. Congratulations to you 3. And hopefully this year, eventually in this series, we're going to get a clean sweep. I can feel it coming. There's been some weird winners, though, for sure. But I don't think there's been one year where we've had everyone miss. Has there? I don't know. Anyway, free agency time. We have 17 mil to work with. We don't need a whole lot of roster players, though. We do need a goaltender. And I was thinking about grabbing Ned Jelkovic. We'd have, an 85 and an 84 and Malcolm Subban. I'll grab him for like 2 years and pay him a bit of cash. Like 5.5. I might bump it up to 6 to be safe and make sure we can grab him. I think that's the best bet. And 2 years is not too bad, so we'll do this. See how he does. And, well, hopefully he does well enough. Because we've been lacking a solid goaltender. That's kind of been our Achilles heel this entire series. We got goalies in the system coming up, but until then, we need someone to lock things down. Our team is playoff ready. We just need to kind of just have good performances and get there. All right, so we need a depth forward. That's the last thing I believe we need here is a depth forward. So let's take a look. I should just switch to forwards and I'll have to scroll back down, but it should be quicker. All right. And we'll probably spend a little extra cash on this one. So VC is actually listed as 4th line. We can use him as depth, but I'm worried about the morale. I'd rather get someone who's actually listed as a depth player to play in that depth role. Or we could grab Jay Beagle, who likely he'll decline pretty heavily though if he's already 77. Yeah, maybe not the best bet. Hagelin could work. Yeah, unfortunately, there's not anyone listed purely as depth right now. So I might go for someone who's listed on that 4th line. I was looking at Hagelin, I believe, last year. Not too good. Beagle, too low, I think. Andreov is going to decline, I believe. So it might have to be someone who we might have suffer a bit of morale from. Paquette's always pretty solid, actually. Yeah, he will take some penalties, but if we play him in that depth role, he could go either center or wing with 75 faceoffs, and he's actually really solid. So I think we'll grab Paquette for a year and spend actually a little bit of money. We're going to spend 6 mil on that. We'll give him like 4 mil or something. I'm just trying to get above the cap floor, but not spend too much. So we'll do that. 4 mil for a depth guy, excessive, yes, but it will get us above that cap floor, and we'll have plenty of cash to go over for other options. So that's that's 10 mil being spent. We'll have around 8 mil still to work with. That's plenty of money. We could always ship off a little bit if we really need to, but I don't think that will be necessary. So I'm gonna just double check, but I'm pretty sure that's all we're gonna need here in free agency this year. There were some great players, McKinnon, stuff like that, but we number one can't afford them, and yeah. Not exactly what we're after. All right, so we got our first line there. Still have Logan Brown. He's likely given to the 3rd line center. And then we're going to have Norris 2nd line along with hopefully Lafreniere and Galchenyuk. And then Brown, Balsers, and probably Anisimov 3rd line. Batherson locking down the 4th with Hyman. And Kulikov. Or Kozlov might also be ready. So we got that extra depth guy for insurance. Yeah, this guy, I'm not a huge fan of the way he's built still. It's just, and he can honestly maybe play AHL one more year. We'll see how he grows. And again, we can always sit Hyman or something like that if we want to give a lot of time to these guys. But yeah, we're good on forwards. Defensemen. There's our 6, and Jaros can be depth. So we're pretty much set then. Or Lahua can be depth, either one. It's hard to say which one's built better. Lahua has better stick checking, less awareness, and the same shot blocking. So technically, Lahua is slightly better, and he's listed as depth, so it might actually be better for locker room chemistry to have him in there. We'll see. Jaros can probably still lock down AHL. And then, yeah, we should be good everywhere else, I believe. Yeah, looks like it. And, of course, we're just getting that goalie. So I think that's it. I've already offered for a new OHL scout for us to be our primary. He's got an A overall rating and then A in OHL. So I'm pretty sure we'll get him. He should accept my offer pretty dang soon. He hasn't yet, but waiting on that. What the heck? Why is it? There we go. Okay. All right, and right here we got Paquette. We're still waiting on Nedeljkovic. Come on, bud. There we go. He came on our team as well. So there we go. Got 2 goalies. We're spending like 10 mil on 2 goalies, but whatever. It'll be worth it. So that should do it right here. We're not going to need anything else in this season. I think we'll be just fine with what we got. And hopefully we see some nice growth in certain areas, which I believe we should. I'm really hoping for some solid 2 overall growth from Lafreniere, and then our second line will really start to come together. And again, I think we'll just be right there, and we'll be ready for the playoffs. So okay, let's. I think we're gonna sim up now. I'll get the lines taken care of, send out the scouts and stuff, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, so these are going to be the lines that we're rolling with here. Same first line as last year: Tkachuk, Worrell, Marner. Second line: Lafreniere, Norris, and Galchenyuk. Third line of Balcers, Brown, and Anisimov. Then fourth line: Kulikov, Batherson, Hyman. Then we got scratches here of Paquette and Lahua. And defensively, I think we're going to try this again. Shabbat and Odell, Tyrell, Tanev, and then Brandstrom, Pederstrom. I think Odell should be able to lock things down with Shabbat pretty effectively, and Tanev will begin to decline eventually. I mean, it does say he's going to be lower, so we'll see. We'll see how that goes. All right, and next, power play. Marner, Worrell, Tkachuk with Shabbat and Brandstrom on the top unit. Second unit: Galchenyuk, Norris, Lafreniere, Balcers, and Tyrell. And I got Brandstrom on the top unit because he's playing top 6. He's supposed to get top 4 time. This should help him in that, keep him happy. Here's what the 4-man looks like. Penalty kill: Brown, Hyman with Tanev, Shabbat, and then Batherson, Norris with Pederstrom and Odell. So I think that should do well. We'll see how it works. 3-man, Brown, Batherson, same defensive pairings. And then 4-on-4 lines: Worrell with Marner, Shabbat, Odell, Galchenyuk, Tkachuk, Tanev, Tyrell, and Norris, Lafreniere with Brandstrom and Pederstrom. So we kind of got a shooter and a passer on kind of each line. I know Tkachuk's not the biggest shooter, but he's more of a shooter. And then 3-on-3s, same sort of situation we're going with. And Shabbat, Tyrell, and Brandstrom. Goaltenders: Nedeljkovic and Subban. And this, I already showed the scratches. Extra attacker: Shabbat and Marner. And here's the shootout liner: Marner, Worrell, Tkachuk, Galchenyuk, and Tyrell. All right, so there we go. Your 2023-2024 Ottawa Senators are here. I almost said Canucks. I have no clue why I almost said Canucks, but it almost happened. So we are pretty much ready to get going here. I got the scouts sorted and sent out. I believe, yeah. And we are good to go. Okay. Let's see what happens. You know what? Do I have the... I'm a little bit... I don't know if I have goalie rotations on or off, because I know... was I messing with them last year? I feel like I was. Let me double check that, because it's been a while as well, so I'm kind of having second thoughts on what I did last year that I might not have changed back. Yeah, auto-rotate goalies is off, so turn that back on. Good thing I checked that. That would have been interesting, having Nedeljkovic start every game. Oh, no, don't exit, please. Cancel, thank you. All right, now we're good to go. Let's see how we do in this first little bit. We're going to try to get everyone, of course, scouted within this first little half-month. Almost more of a full month with all the games there. Yeah, it pretty much is now a full month. So let's see, Ottawa Senators. How are we going to be better at scoring this year? Did we get the growth in the areas that we need? Will the chemistry come together? We hope so. But more importantly, if that defense can lock things down, we might not need as much scoring. But we do want to see scoring, obviously. So we lose that game, but still got 3 goals for. Not bad. So preseason going well so far, 3-1-0. But preseason is preseason. We got to wait for that regular season to start to see what this team is really going to be made of. But I'm liking the performance so far in preseason. 5-3 victory, 8-2 victory, 5-1-0 right now. With one more game against Detroit. Yep, waivers, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what we did to that game, but whatever. My scouts are fine. And here we go. First game of the regular season. We lose to New York 4-2. And we lose to Tampa 4-1. Oh my goodness. Come on now, guys. We're better. We're better than this. Get going. Maybe not. 0-3 to start off the season. Not what we want to see. Time to turn it around. And Petterstrom's been injured. So 1 injury already. Not the start that we wanted. So Lohoa is going to get some ice time in there for now. Come on, beat Anaheim, please. Thank you. We finally get a victory. Now Belleville has an injury. We always seem to suffer a lot of injuries at the beginning of seasons. Don't know what that's about. All right, come on, guys. Let's go. Get going. String together some wins now. There we go. Okay. Working our way back to 500, 2-3-0. Maybe it's just a slow start for us. The last 2 games have been great. Good goal scoring, good defense. All right, let's check out the draft class a bit then, see what we got uncovered so far. The top 5 usually goes quickly. Okay, nothing else yet unless we see a low elite. Oh, we got a few very close. A French guy. Interesting. Nice. And Generous. Bear Generous. Sick name. Absolutely sick name. Bear Generous. All right, we're 4-3-0, so we did win that game against Vancouver. 4-game winning streak right now. We've really turned it around since that start, but here we go with the injuries. Wow. Why? Why so many injuries right now? Is Petterstrom... No, he's actually not, so we'd actually have to call someone up right here. He wasn't gone for too long. I could just stuff in Paquette, which is crazy. And I don't necessarily want to call anyone up. Yeah, I don't think I want to call anyone up from our AHL. So we're going to do something a little weird. It's just so... we should have Petterstrom back. When he comes, he'll fill in there, and then we'll switch things all the way back around. But yeah, obviously not ideal, but it's not going to be for too long, so it shouldn't matter. We're on a 5-game win streak. You want Subban, you want to give me Shattenkirk, Patton. I don't want Shattenkirk. We're good on that front. I'm not giving up a first. No friggin' way. There we go. 7-game win streak right now. Well, it counted that one. But my goodness, what a turnaround. Go 0-3, and then we're back. Actually, hilariously, Odell's back before Petterstrom. I guess I thought Petterstrom wasn't going to be gone for that long, but he is. Anyway, Odell, get back in there. Paquette did pretty good as a defenseman by the looks of it. You know what? I want to check what he did as a defenseman. Yeah, Petterstrom's still out for a while. No plus. He did take penalties, but whatever. All right, Harper's back now. There we go. Put him back in there. All right, are we quite done with injuries for a bit? That'd be nice. Okay, we finally lose again. We're now 7-4. Don't start losing games in a row. Ah, you did it. You did it. We're 7-5 now. Ugh. Great 7-game winning streak, but those losses. Ooh, Galchenyuk. Looks like the second line is clicking. And we're right now in a wild card spot. We're only 2 points out of first, so it's a very tight division. We're doing well so far. Excuse me. And we should have pretty much everyone scouted now. Yeah, Lafreniere, you could. Perfect. He got the 2 overall jump that I needed him to. He's got 15 points in 12 games. First line is still producing well. They've, 9, besides Kachuk's only got 6, but they're on good pace. And our second line is really coming together, and that's what's really important here, is that our second line's clicking. Third line as well, besides Logan Brown, he never scores. I think Balster's getting a lot of power play production. Fourth line's minuses right now, okay. But pretty good so far. Ugh. At least Subban's doing well as in the backup role. They've actually played a very similar amount of games. Why is this always the thing? Why can we just not find good goalies? Yikes, man. Might be actually prudent to trade for like an elite one this year. Maybe keep Subban as the backup, trade for like some crazy good goalie, because no matter what, all these like starter kind of guys just don't seem to work out for us, and that's not great. But we're getting good production so far, and I'm not going to check the main stats quite yet. But we need to keep winning here. We need to turn this around, need to get some wins. Need our first line to get going a tiny bit more. Come on now. Let's go. You want Reagan? You want to give me Lindholm? I don't really need Lindholm. Everyone wants our first. All right, come on. This month of November, we got to get back on the winning side of things. No more losses. Don't go on a 3-game losing streak. There you go, 4-3 victory. Keep it up. Chicago's not a good team. We got to take these points. If they're there, we got to take them. Petterstrom is back. Good. Get him in there. Now, he was a pretty hefty minus in the games he played, which isn't great, but he is 80 overall. He's ready for this time. Yeah, he's a -2 in 4 games played. Time to turn that around, Petterstrom. You and Brandstrom lock it down. Come on now. There we go. All right. So good wins right there. 4 goals, 4, 3 goals, 4. Again, really? Come on now. Odell, toughen up, dude. You're not injury prone, are you? Don't remember you being injury prone. How's my top 4 unit doing? -1, -1. Move up Tanev. Oops, I didn't want to click on him. Move up Tanev there, but then we'll sub in Leroy. Oh my gosh. Click on the right things here. Let's go. All right. Yeah, loss right there, but we get a point out of it. It's not the end of the world. Montreal's a pretty decent team. We would beat them in a shootout. Good. Then we lose in regulation. We're still kind of on the edge. We're teetering. Odell's back once again. Stop getting injured, please. Really appreciate that. All right. Hopefully he's done with friggin' injuries. God damn it. Now 10-7-1. Yeah, we just can't seem to go on a tear here. We're seeming to struggle a little bit, and we'll get a better picture when we're done with this month and I'm able to check more in depth our team stats and our entire but yeah, it feels like for the most part we're scoring enough in a lot of ways, but it's not that 100% we're ready. Like, we don't have that great scoring and great defense where we can have these monster seasons. That's what we're trying to get to, but we just haven't been there. See, right there, we got 3 goals. We could have won that game, but we allowed 4 and lose in regulation. Everyone wants Subban and our first. Please win this game. End the month on a good note. Come on. No more losing streaks. Good. Nice 7-1 victory. 14-9-2. Still, I think we could be better. I think this team could be a lot better. Yeah, we're in there. We have a wild card slot. We're 1 point out of third, but it's not what we need. We're still a little bit away. I mean, Josh Norris is leading the friggin' team in points, for God's sakes. We're scoring enough. Look at the scoring. 3.36 goals for per game. Our goals against is just too high. 2.64. Power plays at 31%. Penalty kill, 83%. Special teams are good. 5-on-5 scoring is good. It's just, I believe, kind of our goaltending and defense right now holding us back. We're 5-4-1 in the last 10. Yeah, it's just those games. Maybe it's still some inconsistent scoring, but at the same time, if we get 3 goals, man, we need a goalie to lock things down. Second line is absolutely crushing it. Norris, Galchenyuk, Lafreniere. Now Brady Tkachuk is way up there with 20 points. Worrell only with 18. Marner only with 18. But it's still good to see that another line is helping us out. But and total goal scoring is great. Wow, Odell. He's actually getting a lot of scoring on that top line. Maybe that's part of the reason why our first liners don't have huge amounts of points, because look at the 2 defensemen. You know, Odell and Shabbat are getting a decent chunk of points in the games they played, so they're, you can argue they're taking a bit away. Terrell's doing really good on the power play. That's good to know. Logan Brown is definitely just a third line kind of defensive guy. So fine, he's a plus player at least. Brandstrom's a -4. Looks like our top 6 isn't doing that strong. Brandstrom and Petterstrom not doing too well. Is Brandstrom the weak link? He's got 3 points on the power play. That's okay. He's on the top unit. Better than Shabbat. Yeah, here's the friggin' issue. Nedeljkovic. We just cannot get a goaltender who sims well for us. If he could just get these stats, we'll be a lot better for it. But we're just like on the edge of having good goaltending. It might have a little bit to do with our defense too. A little bit, but I feel like our defense is good enough where our goaltenders, we just got to have someone step up, and someone's got to, get stuff done on the goaltending end of things. It's just right now, it just doesn't feel like it's good enough, So what can we do here? I think our lines are good. I don't really want to mess with our lines. Our first line, second line are killing it. Maybe could use a bit more from third line, scoring-wise. But it's not horrible. Definitely not horrible. Defensive combinations are kind of what they need to be for the most part. Yeah. Yeah, again, this looks good enough. It's just the goaltender. Let me look around. We could be an amazing team if we just had a very, very solid goaltender. So I'm going to do a quick look around here to see if there's maybe someone who's really good, elite, available, or obtainable at least. Maybe not available, but at least obtainable. They got Martin. No, that's not Martin Jones. Right, he's Rask pretty much done. Wow, Luukkonen. Nope. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty tough by the looks of it to find someone. I want to give up this guy. He's not a true elite though, and he's almost done growing. I understand why they want to give him up. Yeah, it's going to be very tough. Bobrovsky's actually really obtainable. He's got 3 years left on that deal, though. If he had 2 years left, I would probably do it, but 3 years is a bit too much. Nope. Okay, no. Nope. Yeah, I don't see. Grubauer would be okay. Built by stat growth. 1 year left. It's just a slight increase, though. It's only 87. He is doing fantastic this year. With a defensive core that's pretty comparable to ours. Ours is maybe even slightly better. So Grubauer is an idea. It's a decent idea. No one there. Nope. Maybe Freddie Anderson. What's the contract like? 3 years. Again, 2 years, I'd take it. But 3 years is just too much. Shesterkin got pretty decent. Not really that good. Could be on a really bad team, but still, I want to get someone. Yeah, definitely looks like the team around him just isn't that good. Carter Hart's obviously going to be impossible to get, so yeah, Matt Murray, pretty much unobtainable. Martin Jones, 1 year left. Not doing too good. Ugh. Varlamov, 1 year left, but still not that good. It's not an upgrade. We're looking for a visible upgrade and someone who's just going to be better in all ways. It's a lot of money they're paying Demko. Yeah. No one there. Holtby, 3 years left. Yeah. Again, they're all on like 3 years. 1 year left for Hellebuck. And he would be a really good spot holder. He's not doing incredible right now, but good enough. Winnipeg as a team is 14-10-1. They're not doing incredible either. How's their defensive core looking? That would be a part of the reason. Now we got to think, would Hellebuck be that good on our team? Is he worth that much? He's on a 1 year deal. We can negotiate a new contract with him for a couple of years, and having Subban as the backup behind him would be absolutely crazy good, I think. And he's not going to decline anytime soon. So let's take a look here and see what it would take to grab this guy. Obviously not giving them any of my prospects. We still need all our prospects for sure. I mean, maybe I could give him one of my elites, but he's honestly growing really well. I want to still see where Iginla goes. Yes, he's 22, only 75 overall, but he's still got strong capability to be something really good. So what could we give up? Maybe that forward guy who wasn't really built that well, a.k.a. Kozlov. He's not 80 overall at 21. How's that offensive awareness? Still only 80. I mean, he's got 19 points in 22 games in the AHL, which of course isn't bad. He doesn't seem to shoot a whole lot though either. So is he even really a sniper? What's the shot doing for him if he's not shooting a whole lot? That's the things I ask myself. So that might be value we want to chuck in there. But maybe some of these other guys here. We have a lot of medium elites here. I'm looking for one that stands out as maybe not growing. Lefty defensive defenseman stands out. 19 at 60 at 59. Schultz we want to hold on to as a righty. Regan, another righty we'd likely want to hold on to. I think Teravainen was lefty. Yeah, so we do have a lefty. He is another. That's another offensive defenseman though on the left-hand side. Honestly, I'd probably get rid of him before anyone else. So combine that maybe with our pick. They want Teravainen. Combine that with they might want our pick too. They do want our pick. Would that be value enough? It's close, but not enough, and they don't want to give up Hellebuck. So while it's close, we'd still have to throw something else in there. We don't have any more starter potential goaltenders either. Well, we could throw in Nedeljkovic, obviously, give him a goaltender. The contract may be a bit much, obviously. We would need to throw that in, wouldn't we? That might go through, something like that. Give him a prospect, give him a first, and a goaltender who's serviceable for Hellebuck. We could also not make this trade immediately, see if Nedeljkovic can get better. I don't know, but this looks like a trade that would work. So let me know if you guys would want to see something like that for Hellebuck. That actually could work. But let's... Oh, wait. No, that's the end. Yeah, back to Gibson. So either Hellebuck or what was the other one I was looking at? Grubauer. Those are kind of the two that we could maybe make work. Everyone else just didn't quite have it. Yeah, Grubauer was the other one, but I think it was... No, 1 year left, so Grubauer is another option. Who's doing very well. So I think a goalie might be in order, honestly. It's kind of weird signing Nedeljkovic and then immediately trading him, but I just don't see it. I don't see it with Nedeljkovic. We could try to keep him, but we don't want to keep falling. If we are going to fall further down the standings, we don't want that. We're scoring enough. We just need to lock things down on the goaltending side of things, and we have not been able to do that so far. Plain and simple. We're just, this entire time, we have lacked a true goaltender. And that's, I think, been a downfall a lot of years. It's going to be one this year if we end up missing. This guy's got stat minuses somehow. Okay. I think that's all we're going to really see there. How about here? Okay, a little bit of growth so far. Pedersen and Bird are growing. Andronov, the franchise, has grown. Not a whole lot besides that, though. It is very early to see a lot of growth, but I'm glad that the franchise goaltender is growing. That's really good for us. But yeah, we're waiting on these goaltender prospects. We're still waiting. So we need something in the meantime. That's what we've been looking for with all these free agents acquisitions. We just have not got it. So everything's good. Like I said, scoring is good. Power play is good. Penalty kill is good. It's just that goals against. If we could fix that, we can be in the top 3 easily. Maybe even push for first in the division. I mean, we're 6 points out right now, but if we have a really big turnaround, it's very early in this season, is what I'm trying to say. I think top 3, we can easily get that if we improve a little bit. But if we make a trade for someone like Hellebuyck and it really works out for us and, we make it up there, I think we're going to be a playoff team this year, but we're still in danger of falling out. So maybe we do need to pursue that goaltender. Okay, guys, so that's going to do it for this episode. And let me know about any of those potential trades and things like that. Should we go after Hellebuyck or Grubauer? Or maybe we should wait a little bit. Maybe wait another month, see if Nedeljkovic can get better. But if he continues to play at the way he is, it will continue to hurt us throughout this year. All right, guys. So I hope you enjoyed it. Remember to leave that like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Watching my videos just isn't enough sin for you, be sure to go over there on Twitter and shoot me a follow, and you could even join our Discord server as well to talk with some of the other sinners out there. The links to both are in the description.